Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary. Bhangra, Bollywood and business. In Canada, being Indian matters. Home to one of the world's largest population of overseas Indians, over 1 million strong Indian diaspora means that India and Indians are omnipresent in this North American country. Having excelled in virtually all fields, including business, culture and academia, the Indian community is now moving up the ladder in Parliament and the government. There are 8 Indo-Canadian MPs in the House of Commons and 1 in the Senate. 2 PIO MPs are Ministers of State in Canada's federal government.
1.2 million Canadians of Indian origin, that's a little over 3% of our population. It's a very high, on a per capita basis, diaspora, I think, of any country around the world. So that's very significant to note. But more importantly, that is a reflection of what Canada is all about. So I look at the diaspora as ambassadors of Canada-India relations, just like I am, because there's an affinity to the relationship. It could be related to business, it could be related to education, it could be people to people or tourism. All of these individuals are contributing something to that relationship.
With such multifaceted achievements, it will be just the right time for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to celebrate the Indo-Canadian community and connect with them when he travels to Canada. Indo-Canadians will be all ears when Prime Minister Modi intones the Song of India at Toronto's Ricoh Coliseum and inspires the Indian community to join hands in his mission of nation building. It promises to be a blockbuster spectacle reminiscent of Mr. Modi's famous address to NRIs at Madison Square Avenue in New York in September last year. Mr. Modi's visit to Canada, the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister since 1973, is poised to be special and historic. Having met Canadian Prime Minister Stephen Harper on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Brisbane in November last year, Prime Minister Modi will be looking to scale up India-Canada relations to new heights.
Well, Canada is extremely excited about hosting Prime Minister Modi during these dates next week. I think it's a tremendous opportunity to further advance and build on the strong Canada-India relationship. In terms of the Canadian, our expectations are high. They're high of the relationship, they're high of the Modi government in terms of a number of initiatives that are underway now. And we look forward to this visit being a very, very productive and fruitful one. One will set the stage for the relationship well into the future.
There will be many issues on the table when the two leaders talk, but civil nuclear cooperation, business, mining and agriculture will form the quartet of key themes. If all goes well, India and Canada will take their nuclear deal forward by sealing a pact on the supply of uranium to India's reactors. None other than Prime Minister Modi himself has hinted at such a possibility. Ahead of his visit, Prime Minister Modi's Facebook post said, "We look forward to resuming our civil nuclear energy cooperation with Canada, especially for sourcing uranium fuel for our nuclear power plants." Raising the bar for business ties will be top of the agenda. Bilateral trade has exceeded $6 billion and the two sides are looking to upscale it to $15 billion. Indian investments in Canada are more than double that of Canadian investments in India. Expect Prime Minister Modi to pitch for more Canadian investments.
I think CEPA is a very good example of something that could help spur greater two-way trade and investment numbers, create jobs both in India and in Canada. And we're very hopeful that we'll see the results of those discussions continue to yield some advancements and success. We're also focused very much on the Foreign Investment Protection Agreement, which we have been trying to finalize for some time as well. And this is also very, very important in the context of bringing greater stability, predictability and protection for investors both in Canada and in India. And this could also help stimulate further investment numbers both ways. And when you start looking at the Modi government's vision around Make in India, revitalizing the manufacturing sector, an economic partnership agreement would help provide lower cost inputs into that sector, provide greater opportunities for exports.
From Chandigarh to Calgary and Mumbai to Montreal, the India-Canada relations have many colors and facets. Only the peppy beats of Bhangra and Bollywood music can conjure up the vigor and pulsating energy in the dynamic and evolving partnership.
चमका मेरी आँखें चम चम करके चमका लावा झंडू I'm a cop.